Hey boys and girls, Curator with more lovely magazine content, and today we have a whole new magazine. This is Click, the National Picture Monthly. But from now on, we'll be calling it, Click Magazine. It's a lot shorter than, this fucking title. This is the April issue of 1940. Oh boy, oh boy. So this has a bunch of stuff going into it. It has pinup stuff, but not much. I looked through this entire damn thing before I actually hopped into this. It's not risque or anything, so it'll be fine. So we have tons of stuff to look at today. So let me just quickly move around a few things. Okay, you know what? This is a cool little thing here. So there's of course, opinion pieces, stuff like that in this, which is always great. It gives us, some peer view into how things were back in the day. Bo Brown, edit the news. We have Washington D.C. rolls eggs. Little Lester Lunk wins annual White House egg roll. First, Lester rolled eggs, then eggs rolled him. Says his proud mama. I can hardly wait to get him home and scrape him off for an omelet. That's disgusting. Berlin, gift to Franco. It's our guy here. And this guy here, it's Franco. Mercedes to Spain's Franco. You need a fast car just like mine, says Der Führer. All right. So you can't see where you're going. Can I? Paying teller. This is a Salt Lake City, Utah bank crisis. Samuel Squish puts the bite on the Fourth National for $11.80. Oh my. It's easy. A friend bounces my checkbook. He figured war casualties for der Wolkenfischer, Biobachelor. That fellow can make a deficit into a credit as quick as the Securities Exchange Commission. It sounds illegal, but I'm not too sure what's going on there. New York City. Oh my. Hollywood mood. LaGuardia urges movies to come to Manhattan. Cows to give one grade of milk. I know all about them. About moos and movies, says Fiorella. Or Fiorello, excuse me. New York needs more silk stockings and less milk stocking. More drag with the cinema and less pull with the cows will give us A, pictures, and B, milk. I actually been recently watching a bunch of B movies, but I do want to start covering on the channel eventually. It'll be for a whole side thing I want to do. It's a whole thing. I've been so the first movie I watched was called The Evil Bong. And of course the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, I believe is the title. It's a classic B movie. It'll all be covered on the channel eventually when I feel like it. So let us zoom out because we don't need to read that anymore. Lady Lomax. American youth look with hope and confidence. To Eleanor Roosevelt, the First Lady wants youth to have their chance. I heard that she was a very sweet lady. That's something I did hear about. Let's skip ahead a bit. Okay, we have Democrats and Republicans. They pick their dream candidates. Let us zoom in and read this take by Richard L. Harkness. A banner year in the checkered history of Dame Rumor will be 1940. Rarely before has there been so much guessing, most of it wild, over probable presidential nominees of the two parties that dominate national political life. Not since the Civil War period has been such nationwide debate on the subject of a third term for you get the damn gist. So I imagine they're just trying to guess on who will become the next guy. I believe our guy who ran for a damn third term ended up winning, so it doesn't really matter. But look at these damn faces. Of course, this is just them going with the best features that they want in a candidate for each party, and they look like monsters in video games. I've seen like some weird uncanny valley shit going on there. Some nurses sprout wings, and air hostesses, excuse me, aren't born that way. Okay, you know what? This is some propaganda. I love me some propaganda. Let's read this. The last time you boarded a plane and settled yourself comfortably in your seat, I may have been the stewardess who handed you a glass of water, served your meals, or played bridge with you. And if you thought, what a glamorous job she must have, born to it, I'm afraid you're dead wrong. To become an airline stewardess, I took a 3-year nursing course specializing in childcare. I studied as hard as any college student, and even after I had my diploma, I was just getting started. I applied for the job along with 1,500 other girls. I was finally accepted, and then began 6 weeks of grueling training. Born to it? No. There was little fun and lots of hard work to in learning the rudiments of aviation. We had to make the most of our looks, developing poise with a technique with which I handed you that glass of water, with was due more to training than to instinct. I mean, people often always overlook people that have jobs like that one. I mean, I imagine you don't need to do all that these days, obviously. But today, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're still doing all that. Probably not, though. I just feel like they're not doing all that. Applying for a job was a terrifying ordeal, in which the personnel director seemed to be doing his best to fluster me. But I came through with flying colors, and from the moment that my application was okayed to that first proud day when I boarded the plane, a full-fledged stewardess, my life was made up of classes, studying air routes, and 101 other things, examinations, and more classes. At LaGuardia Field, where the New American Airlines School was located, 25 of us trained for 6 weeks. We breathed, slept, and ate aviation. Technical details like what makes a propeller go round was a bit difficult for me to grasp, but before long I knew all about how an airplane works. Here you see us watching a student pilot operate a link trainer getting a taste of airline lingo. I am standing at a desk in the foreground. Because airplane passengers are often interested in the many complex aspects of flying, we, as efficient stewardesses, must be able to answer their questions. We had to learn not only about the engines, but about the radio beams, our company airline routes, timetables, and geography. Wow, that's a lot of effort just to give people some trivia. But I mean, it's a part of doing a damn good job. But if you guys want to read any more of this, please do go ahead and look it up yourself. I mean, something I should probably start doing is actually add in the description the link to these. And you know what? I'm gonna do it for this video. If you guys want to read this, then I'll leave it down below just for you guys. So we will skip ahead a bit, just to do so. Click's Guide to the World of Fun in Drama. Cartoons, Broadway, and of course Hollywood. She looks very certain. He looks fucking creepy. You got a bunch of cartoons here. I love me some cartoons. I don't see how a diamond bracelet will keep your wrist any warmer. It's about the fucking fashion, buddy. And there's a guy or a girl here. I'm pretty sure it's a cop or something. Hello, Chief. I've just cornered the runaway circus lion. Flying kinda low, ain't we? Yeah, we're here. I must have slipped on the soap. And we got this. She tried to sell me a dress exactly the one I'm wearing. Ma'am, you've got to get your dress back. Angel of Angels from Broadway and Hollywood. Nah, we'll skip ahead of that one. Ooh. I cannot read that one too well. So, oh yeah, so the thing that makes this particular magazine unique is that they do a odd thing where they have some black and white pictures and some in color. This is what made them stand out from their competition. These guys were around between the mid 30s to the late. It's not really late, kind of midish 1940s. It may have been a bit later after that, but I can't find much else about them other than that stuff. Good Neff. I don't know my own strength. Well, I'm not pronouncing it like how he did. That's a lot of effort. Dahlia, burn Mr. Cartwright's toast for me. I promised him I'd get up and cook his breakfast. Okay. Take the pearls, Percy Smith. I don't get the reference. Okay. And the critics say my painting has no realism. I think that's pretty real, man. That's a good one. When you learn how to make a bed, I'll take off my shoes. Oh, this is so. One of the things they mentioned about this particular magazine is that there is sexism. So that's something you know to always be on the lookout for. We of course shame that, but you have to remember at the same time this is a different time period, and people were all like that, and there's nothing you can really do about it. There's this history. You gotta get over it, man. The Civil War moves west in the movie of the Gold Rush. Ooh, some more lovely cartoons. I'm kind of here for the cartoons now at this point. Okay, there's the baby, there's the mom, there's the nurse, there's the dad. I guess there was more to that flower fairy than Mother told me. Is that that damn book where so a lot of parents for some reason have a whole thing and not actually telling their kids about the damn birds and the bees, and I know that a lot of women relied on a book where it basically gave very vague answers, and it really relied on metaphors about flowers and blooming into your next self. And there was a lot of really bad advice in there about just like let the guy do all the work, and I'm like, what the hell is this? This lay there and think of the flowers. It was a weird, very weird thing. Oh man, that was it was a fellow salesman like this stupid. That was a good one. Has anybody seen Jimmy Kelly's? A former boxer mixes nightlife with philanthropies. Pop off. Ooh. Terrific Pictures Inc. We just saw your screen test, Miss Levery, and the job of a waitress in the commissary is yours. No, that's fucked up. This one comes with a detachable footrest. Oh, it's like one of those brassieres, or one of those things you just like wrap around yourself to make yourself look skinnier. Now hurry, you gotta win in 3 minutes. See, animal. Tell them we were neutral and throw it back. Oh, it's a certain no symbol. And you got this here, and it's not. It's kind of weird. There's the image. It has no real wordage to it with that one. I don't like the the way Marie does the banister. I love the way she does it. Let's zoom in a little bit if you guys can see it a bit better. Hello, telephone company. What it'll cost me if I break one of your booth windows with my umbrella? Oh yeah, got a creep there. Yeah, beat his ass. It was the skipper idea. He said we'll come up to have another look. That's when we'll pop 'em. Well, I stopped, didn't I? Well, yeah, you did stop. Your entire car's like axle and the wheels are all off. Yeah, like two little kids here. Well, a little kid and a grown ass man. I'm breaking my son in. You gotta start him young when you go to the Union Club. I don't know what the fucking Union Club is, but they got one. And here's where we get to the riskier parts of it, but it's nothing really special. It's really crazy to think about that my great grandmother was like 2 when this lady was like a grown woman. Like, that's really the crazy thing about, at least for me. Can you read us to the ladies' room and you see the little child, and so some of these comedy parts, it's really dry, or it's really I just don't get it sometimes. Other cases I do get it, but American women prefer simple styles. I want to zoom in, but I don't want to zoom in. Simple fashion. I have never seen this one. It's like one of those old ass things that they would use like prevent bees from stinging you, but it's kind of like too open to really prevent any damn thing. Everyone masks wisecracks about crazy hats, but only a few women wear them. You know what? Let's read this part. If American men pause long enough in their joke making to take a look around, they would note with pleasure that for all the to do about women's hats, average American women rarely blossom out in the birdcage effects that elicit masculine cat calls. White Lily Dosh and other designers of note startle the fashion conscious world with amazing millinery creations at fabulous prices. American women regard them with suspicion, usually buy for themselves a greatly simplified version, spun glass and ostrich feathers. To contrary, Mrs. America and her daughter forego the pleasure of looking like Javanese princesses in favor of looking like well dressed American women. Even the most fantastic hats, like the one at the left, which incorporate a bust in its folds, may look epic. That's excuse me, chic, not epic. What am I talking about? Chic on a beautiful woman, but most women realize that simpler styles are more flattering. Click here compares expensive spring models from the Savite Millinery House of Dash with those from our box, a New York apparel store catering to the less than medium income groups. The Dash originals cost 25 or 30, while the modified versions reduce Milady's budget by a mere 94 cents to 4.95. Occasionally, as an American store makes a fashion scoop, copies importation line for line. Okay. And undersales the original by some $15 in most cases. The simpler hats are copied. Okay, from what I understand here, this is like an actual, like, full-on thing going on. Like, these hats do look damn silly. Like really silly. It has a fucking feather in it, man. I only see, like, villains in, like, movies with a fucking feather hat. This one seems more practical. Is this a head wrap going on, man? It seems impractical, but like I've seen like a lot of people in different cultures have like head wraps like this. Usually, it's like there's like a single like a thing in the back, like holds it all together though. Not two. This baby's supposed to live forever. I don't think baby's supposed to live forever. Train Jean for life everlasting. I don't think that baby lived forever. Um, So I guess they were working on something here. When ancient philosophers talked about such popular but hard to classify theories as life after death, they grouped them under the heading of metaphysics. Baby Jean Gaunt, red-haired, blue-eyed mite who lives like a princess in in the old Vanderbilt mansion at Oakland, Illinois. I'm not sure. Is slated to become the world's #1 master metaphysician. She will win that accolade, that is, if she manages to baffle medical science and beat all previous longevity records by living forever. According to plans of the Royal Fraternity of Master Metaphysicians, who have adopted her, 1200 AD should see Jane well and happy, living proof of the theory of immortality. This modern group, called by some critics the Father Divine Movement, for well-to-do, is a sort of philosophic sect. It explores such realms as love, universal fellowship, and peace in immortality. Jane, at the moment, is more interested in bouncing around about in her crib than in contemplating life everlasting. Her past, what little there is of it, is one of poverty and squalor. Her parents begged the fraternity to adopt her because they could not provide for her. Her future is cloaked in mystery, but her present is delightful as any other 9-month-old youngster could wish. And immortal or not, Jane is a very cute baby. As soon as she is old enough to be taken off her formula, she will become a vegetarian. She will grow up without hearing the words death or disease. She will live on the huge estate which is now piece of heaven surrounded by attendants. She will continue to attend classes in metaphysics, to which she already goes. Will learn to say no thank you to liquor, cigarettes, milk, butter, and eggs. Baby Jean will be, according to James Shafter, leader of a society in this world but not of it. Jane, at right, wiggles her toes happily as she looks through the open doors. One of the 110 rooms of richly furnished Peace Haven. Above, on a purple satin rug, she registers amazement as she studies the gold dove, symbol of the group. Whether she dies young at 75 or lives forever, right now she's just a husky, happy infant, having the time of her life. Her used to be her young life. So I'm gonna look this up. I'm kind of curious because she's just a baby, obviously at this point in her life. Um, baby Jean Gaunt. The Royal Fraternity of Metaphysicians. Oh, wait, it's a real damn thing? I thought that was a joke. I thought it was like a it was a whole joke, but no. Um, the guy involved. Oh, it was like a legit fucking cult. Like holy fucking shit. The immortal baby. Later, her mother filed suit. Oh. So here is the lore for all you guys want to know. In November 1939, Shafter announced his intentions to bring baby Jean, whose mother, a waitress named Catherine Gaunt, was too poor to raise her into a mansion, and prepare her for everlasting life through metaphysics and a special vegetable diet. Members of the community believe that if the child never heard any words relating to death or disease, her mind would be so conditioned as to preserve her from old age, sickness, and death. Oh my lord. Oh boy. Shafter referred to the Bible's 1 Corinthians 15:26. The last enemy to be destroyed is death. In Mary Baker Eddy's Christian Science philosophy, death must be overcome, not submitted to, in explaining Jane's proposed education. It was hinted that she would eventually become the group's immortal leader. However, she terminated early in December 1940 when the group returned baby Jane to her parents, saying both her parents' wishes and the cost. Later, her mother filed suit. Grand larceny charges were also filed by New York Attorney General John J. Bennett. Questions centered on the various lawsuits by other groups. You guys get the damn gist. The little baby here was obviously not put through the rest of whatever the fuck they were planning here. Yeah. It's getting a tad spooky. Screen guide, and that one's not Pog Champ, buddy. But this was a pretty interesting video. It was pretty enjoyable. I had a lot of fun with this magazine, and I will be coming back to this this particular line of magazines eventually. It was a lot more funnier than I fucking thought it would be, and I got to explore a different side of history with a cult. Let's go. Anyway, see you guys next time. Please like and subscribe for more, and peace.